Your buddy, but it's good to see you. Thank you for being here. See me waiting for you.
Oh my God. I'm being a dramatic entrance.
So, you ready?
Okay, I am. Okay. Good morning, everyone, and thank you for joining us today as we embark on this momentous partnership between Suny Cobuskill and Transitions. My name is Wendy Richards. I'm the Interim Director of Accessibility Resources and Transitions here at Suny Cobuskill. I have had the pleasure of working alongside the Transitions team and our Suny Cobuskill colleagues to bring this collaboration and new programming to our students. We are so excited to announce that starting this fall, Transitions will have a dedicated classroom and program space whereby enrolled Suny Cobuskill students with autism and learning differences can receive training, hands-on learning, and programming to succeed in college, career, and life. Transitions will have 3 students starting at Suny Cobuskill this fall. The goal of this partnership program is to mirror what Transitions offers at their flagship campus in Mayfield, where they have 60 students enrolled, and I hope that will be our goal as well. Transitions' world-renowned program attracts students from all over the local region, across the country, and globally. And can you believe they even have a student from Spain? In a moment, I'm going to ask our esteemed speakers to please step up to the podium and say a few words. Once our speakers have had a chance to address the audience, we'll ask our transition students to come up and join us for the ribbon cutting to officially launch the Suny Cobuskill Transitions Partnership. Now, I am proud to invite Transitions founder, Shaloni Winston, to the podium.
Good morning, everybody. Thank you for being here for this wonderful endeavor that we have embarked on. And I have a script, but as many of you will find out, I'm here as the CEO of the Arc Lexington and the founder of Transitions, but I'm also here as a parent. So while I have a script, I become overwhelmed when I see the successes of our students, and I sometimes go off script. So bear with me on that one, okay? So first of all, we're extremely grateful to Suny Cobuskill and your team for making this possible. It's just absolutely amazing for partnering with Transitions to bring truly a life-changing program for young adults with autism and learning differences right here in Schoharie County in the Mohawk Valley. We meet our students, our transition students, and you will see them and you'll hear from them at a very pivotal time in their lives. I want you to think back to the last year of your high school. At that point, your 13 years of elementary education and secondary education prepare you for the journey ahead. No matter if you were college-focused or career-focused, the excitement and some uncertainty you felt was palpable as you looked to graduation and wondered what the next big step in your life is going to be and where you're going to go. Students with autism and learning differences are no different, except their next big step after high school graduation is sometimes non-existent. It's definitely unclear, but sometimes non-existent. The supports and the structure they receive throughout their 13 years in school do not follow them into college or the workplace. Colleges and workplaces do provide supports, but the students have to request it, and they often don't. This is where Transitions steps in. We bridge the gap, we prepare the students, and we actually support them while they are going through college, while they are working towards preparing for a job, while they are working towards having a self-determined, productive life of independence. Transitions provides a solution when there's not a traditional next step. My daughter, Priya, was diagnosed with Turner syndrome and nonverbal learning disabilities at age 14. Think of a 14-year-old that you know, son or daughter, niece, nephew, neighbor. They're full of life, they have aspirations. And think about them and their parent being told, after a diagnosis, you have to give up your aspirations, change your aspirations, because they can no longer dream of advanced education. They can no longer drive. They can no longer work. That was where Priya and I were when she was 14 years old. I immediately began researching Priya's condition. I wanted to find the answers and support programs that would prepare her for college and help her live a full life. Honestly, there are programs out there, but I was surprised and frustrated to learn that there were little or to no options. There were programs to help her experience, but I'm a first-generation immigrant and a single parent. I needed my daughter to be a self-determined, productive, independent adult. That's when we partnered with the team at the Arc Lexington and created Transitions. That was 2015. At Transitions, students have access to state-of-the-art facilities, and now with partnership with Suny Cobuskill, the state-of-the-art facilities have gone way beyond what we could have ever imagined. A truly experienced staff, an evidence-based curriculum that is focused on outcomes, that provides individualized attention and training and support in skills that students will use for the rest of their lives. Transitions give students the tools and supports they need to learn, to thrive, and live happy and productive lives that they and their parents never, ever thought was possible. They only hoped for it. So I am proud to say that Priya is one of the greatest success stories of the approach we use at Transitions. She started as an intern at Transitions in 2015. She graduated from the Honors College at the State University of New York in Albany. Remember, forget about advanced education, right? She completed her degree while working for a part-time job, completing an internship, and maintaining Dean's List GPA throughout. Today, Priya is a licensed master's level clinical social worker, a doctoral candidate in Suny University at Albany in the social work doctoral program, and oversees all of our clinical and curriculum supports at Transitions. She brings her own personal experience in helping our students. This isn't just about Priya. All of the students that are sitting here and all of the students that are in the room next door, no matter what phase of transitions they're in, their life is full of successes and dreams that they achieve. Through this Suny Cobuskill partnership, we can expect to see similar success stories right here with our students and watch these students truly transform into incredible individuals that they were meant to become. I personally witnessed that in Cody, because I've known Cody for years and years and years. And I've seen the transformation, and it's not just Cody. It's Jason, and it's Eric, and it's every student. They transform into incredible human beings. We are thrilled and very grateful to you to help us be part of the Suny Cobuskill network, and we can't thank you. Truly, together, we will change lives forever. Thank you.
Thank you for those heartfelt remarks, Shaloni. Please help me welcome Suny Cobuskill President, Dr. Marion to the podium.
She's thanking us. I have to thank you. Now, this is you talk about technology, Shaloni. It's my first time that I'm using an iPad to speak, because I usually am off the cuff too. But I think the staff is saying to me, "Yeah, you need to follow the script." But I also have to say, I had a chance to meet Shaloni again and Priya when Shaloni was named one of the 5 Women of the Year, Women of Excellence. through Albany, and it was the Albany Chamber through their women's leadership. So here I am sitting at another table, and I see Priya, and then I look over and I see Shaloni. What does she do? She's being honored, don't forget. And she comes running over to me, because I didn't even make the connection yet, and to talk about this. So she's being honored. It was a time for her to sit back and enjoy. But what does she do? She was seeking out. Seems like that's what she does all the time, isn't it? So it was such an honor. If you remember our reaction, I'm like, you're getting an award right now. What are you doing here? Like, sit down, please. I don't know if you remember that, Priya, because I know then I got the chance to meet you. But today is a testament, as Shaloni said, to living our vision at Cobuskill, because we call all learners to grow in your lives, to direct your own thinking, your own wanting, and your own doing. Kobe has done this for over a century, extending access to relevant programs, and we just heard 3 of them, and giving you the space to support your learning through your life stage. I'm so glad you're sitting right here so I can literally talk to you. Partnering with Transitions is extending our vision and inviting eager learners to continue your journey. You will experience the power of learning through your own doing here, and guided by faculty who are dedicated to empowering your growth, and the staff actually with that support. So Transitions has already instilled in these students who are sitting before us the appreciation for the quality of education. That's clear. And the capacity to grow and take your ownership into your own future. Shaloni, I know when you say you go off script, it was so powerful. I wrote these words, but as you were talking, I'm going, ownership of your own life, right? Shouldn't everybody have that? You own your own destiny. And it's amazing. That's why I'm so proud of this. And the joining together in this partnership is that natural progression to foster further exploration and access to experiences that lead to independence and the quality of a fulfilling life. We all want that for ourselves and for those with whom we serve and work and live. So thank you. And Penny, thank you. And all of the transition staff. And thank you, Wendy, because if it wasn't for you, how Cobleskill shines through Wendy Richards is, I can't even use words to describe. You are the beacon for many people's lives to move us forward. And all I have to do is I turn it over to Wendy, and then all I have to do is walk away, because I know what will happen. And the other thing, just to say one other piece, I happen to be the co-chair for the Suny System Task Force on Empowering Students with Disabilities. And I've learned a lot from Wally, from you, from Shaloni, and so many others, that we have the opportunity to transform the Suny system. So just to let you know, we started by saying ADA compliance is a baseline. We don't want to even talk about it. It is time for all SUNY institutions to embrace the universal design at every level. So the trustees don't know what they did by giving it to me and Nathan Gagne, another former president, because we are lifting that voice across SUNY. And we're going to say to them, if you're not interested in doing it the way that it should be done, then you're not interested in the task force. So keep your fingers crossed. We'll be sharing that with the trustees soon. So it's such an honor for this to come full circle. So thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And I come around watching students, as everybody at Cobuskill knows. So, you have a president who keeps an eye on you guys. All right? So I look forward to talking about culinary, about what we're learning in fisheries, and I want to be at the general store, all right, when you're working there, all right? So everybody who has anything to do with the general store, we know where our next employee is coming from. So thank you.
Thank you, President Terenzio. I am now pleased to introduce New York State Senator Peter Oberhacker. Thank you.
Well, good late morning, everyone. I apologize for my lateness. They always said, though, if you're going to make an appearance or an entry, make it worthwhile. So I tried to do that. And again, I want to thank everybody, for allowing me a chance to address you and to talk about that. One of the things the words that has been kind of thrown out here is the word partnership. And I am fortunate to have some really great partners here in my 51st Senate District. One I have to first go to, who's my go-to friend, colleague in the Assembly, a mentor as a new state legislator, and more importantly, a partner and a friend, and that's Assemblyman Chris Tague. I can't tell you how many times I've relied on Chris to not necessarily get me here on time, but to get me not only where I need to be, but on topic, and the knowledge that he has, and I'm going to tell you the passion that he has is unbridled. Absolutely unbridled. So Chris, thank you for your partnership. I appreciate that. My partnership with our president here in Cobuskill, President Terenzio, as a member of the Education Committee. I'm on Education and Higher Ed, for that matter. I can't believe that I'm almost stopped being surprised by what you accomplish. Unbelievable things that are done here. And so when you talk about a partnership, it's how should I say? I'm trying to find the correct words and everything to really put it into context. But a partnership like that they're hard to come by, number one. And they do take a little bit of work to maintain. This has been the easiest partnership, the easiest I've ever had. So, President, you have done an awesome job. And if there ever was a term of education, if there is ever a goal of education in general, you epitomize it, you have defined it, and I dare say this today will be a blueprint for SUNY moving forward. I had about a 2-hour remark, but due to being out of breath from running up, I think I will cut it short. I can only say thank you all for coming today. Thank you for the work that you've done. Thank you for your vision and for what you have been able to accomplish. I am in awe. And again, I thank everybody for giving me the chance to address you. Thank you.
Thank you, Senator Oberhacker. Now, for our final speaker, Assemblyman Chris Tague.
Well, just for the record, I wanted to make sure everybody knows, I did not tell Oberhacker what time to be here. Had I done that, he would have been on time. Little joke, yesterday we had another press conference in Albany, and he asked me how to dress. I said, oh yeah, wear a shirt and tie and jacket, and all the rest of us were in golf shirts. He showed up. It was 110 degrees out, so that's just playing rookie games, you know? One other thing, though, I'd like to mention, we were talking about relationships. Wendy and I went to school together, so I know Wendy very, very well. We actually come from the same hometown. We were both born in the town of Esperance, if I remember correctly, and we rode the same school bus. I was a year ahead of Wendy, but it is not surprisingly one bit that she has put together this press conference this morning. Very capable, driven lady, and proud to be here and proud to stand before you. I usually start off everything by saying hello. I'm Assemblyman Chris Tague, and I approve this message. Before I go to my script, because I'm not like Oberhacker, I don't want to make any mistakes. First of all, it is an honor and a pleasure to work with Pete. We have a great working relationship. We consider ourselves a team. And two young guys that grew up in rural upstate New York. And just by the way, just so you know it, Mr. Oberhacker is a professional chef. He doesn't tell everybody, but he is a culinary professional. I had to throw that out there. Very, 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 very good, does a great job. So I have a relationship with Lexington, ARC, and SUNY Cobuskill before and beyond this transitions program. You will not find better people running two great organizations than Dr. Terenzio and Shaloni Winston. I was on the board at ARC prior to the switch over to Lexington, and it was time for a change. And we have seen some great things. And I think that the most important thing that people have to remember, it is about the clients, the people that come there for the services. That's what this is about. It's about making their life fulfilling. It's about making their life better. It's about opportunity and hope. It's about quality of life. Today, that's what we're doing. We are giving folks an opportunity of hope and improving their quality of life and letting them fulfill their dreams, not somebody else fulfilling those dreams or telling them what they can or can't do. This is allowing them to take over their own destiny, to be given the tools, and that opportunity is priceless, absolutely priceless. When I got the call and asked if I could be here today, I dropped everything else I was doing because this is important. This is important to me. It's important to each and every one of you, but most importantly, it's important to our community. And Senator Oberhacker said it best. This is a model, a blueprint, not just for New York State, across this world. And I say this all the time, and Dr. Terenzio laughs at me. She thinks I'm just kidding around, but I'm dead serious. Suny Cobuskill is at the top with the things that they have done, the things that they are trying to do. We need other people to pay attention to what we do here. Greatest agricultural school in the country, right here. Right here. I know because I come from agriculture. I get to see the programs that they do, that they promote, the things that they do for people that aren't even in college anymore, promoting businesses. Now we have folks in the transitions program that are going to have the opportunity to own their own business when they go through school here. It's incredible. Where else in America is this happening? Right here in Little Schoharie County at Suny Cobuskill with the folks from Lexington ARC. That's a dream. That's the story. Not Senator Oberhacker, not I, but you folks. Suny Cobuskill and Lexington ARC. That's the story. So I'm going to close with this. You always have my full support, Shaloni, Dr. Terenzio. I'm honored that you folks asked me to be here. And whatever Senator Oberhacker and I can do in the state legislature to help you to make this dream even a bigger reality than what it already is, we're here for you. And the sky's the limit for you folks. And just so you know, young man, I happen to like going to the country store over across the road. And every once in a while I leave a little tip, just so you know. There you go. So I'm looking forward to this partnership. I'm all in. I know Senator Oberhacker's all in. Let's get this done. Let's do it right. Let's be what everybody in America is talking about. Suny Cobuskill and Lexington ARC. God bless you all and thank you.
Thank you, Assemblyman Tague. Now, for the moment we've all been waiting for, the cutting of the ribbon.
And just to let you know, the dignitaries are cutting them.
We'll have the transition students come up. And the speakers alongside, please.
Oberhacker tried to cut my finger off.
So you want to hold the end for me, please?
You got that.
There we go.
Whoops. You want to slide down that way a little
You
bit?
guys want to get in the middle? Right here, you guys can share this.
Okay, I'm gonna do, I'm gonna
And
slide
we'll
over
count
here.
to 3. Yeah, go ahead.
Can you send me the